Hey, hold on, somebody's here. You got a gun on you?
Yeet.
I've been driving by this property for weeks and nobody ever answered the door. Today I decided enough was enough, but when he pulled up, I knew something wasn't right. They warned me about this area and this property, but I knew that I had to get down there, and I'm so glad I did. Nothing will keep us away from helping others. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it helps us continue to help others for free by supporting the community. And also, we have left a link below to our Amazon wish list if you'd like to check that out as well. I'm so blessed that you're here. I hope you enjoy this amazing transformation. Drove by this place several times. Stopped, no one ever answers. There's 2 cars here. Definitely got a lot of damage. There's actually 3 trucks here. Well, that's weird. There's steps here. Used to be a door. Screens are all busted. Not getting a good feeling about this. Knock on this door real quick. I'm gonna check with the neighbors, see what's going on with this place. That could be worth some money. The old style Coke machine. Clean it up, can't get a hold of neighbors. No one's around. Don't know what the situation here is, guys, but we've been in this community driving by several times. This thing continues to get higher and higher. And right here you can see while we're mowing, there's gonna be a ton of traffic out here. Definitely a big blind spot. We gotta figure out what's going on with this house. It's early, it's windy, it's cold here in Michigan, but we're gonna get started. I always worry about situations like this where it could be a forgotten family member, where they could be in here and we have no idea. This is a nice big bush. I love big bushes, like in the yard. I love trimming them. The heck? What is this? There's literally a screen in here, dude.
And a hammer.
And a hammer. Check out that hammer. What do you guys think? This is a big, thick bush. Lots of stuff in this bush as well. So what do you guys think about that bush?
Turned out pretty good.
I don't claim to be an expert in trimming this big bush like this, but it turned out pretty good, I think. What do you guys think? We got gloves on this time. Pants, rags. Got a boot. Hey, hold on, somebody's here. Private Security. Hey, how's it going?
Anything I can help you with down there?
What's that?
Is there anything I can help you with down there? We've got reports that people were down here. We've had people trying to take from this guy, and we just want to make sure that nobody's stealing stuff from him because he's not here.
You got a gun on you?
Ooh, security.
Have they been messing around in the house?
We've had reports of just trying to steal stuff outside, and I don't know if they've really tried to get in the house.
Yeah.
They've been out here.
Okay. No, we're just, we're from up in Kalamazoo area, and I drove by here a few times, noticed it was super overgrown. Do you know if anybody lives here? Because I've knocked.
No, the guy moved out quite a while ago. It's been like this for the last 3 years that I know of. And
really?
The neighbor, a friend of mine, and he keeps an eye on it for me and stuff. So we're just trying to keep it so nobody steals stuff out here in Brewers.
Yeah. No, we're not stealing, man. We're just cleaning it up.
Neighbors out here appreciate that and made it a little easier to keep an eye on stuff for them.
Yeah. No, I seen your weapon. I'm like, what the heck? So
No,
there's really people are really like broken in, and
we've had the general store down here got robbed a couple of years ago. So yeah.
Oh, it got robbed. I noticed that there's like a couple of gas tanks and stuff.
Up because they can't get it's hard to get the police out here real quick. And luckily, I'm just down this road, so I keep an eye on stuff.
Well, it makes me feel better because I was worried that I drove by here 4 or 5 times. I've knocked on the door.
Yeah.
And I knocked on the neighbor's door. No one's there. And then, a lot of people have been driving by, like looking what's going on.
It's a busy area and stuff. We got the Butler Speedway down the road,
Okay.
So it gets really busy down here, and we get people throwing crap out the road and trying to keep an eye on things around the area for people.
Yeah, we're just cleaning it up, man, trying to make the community look better. And
The neighbor's turkey hunting, so I know he's not here. So.
Oh, okay. I seen he has cameras out. Did he
Yep.
see something over here?
Yeah, he was. That's how he got hold of me and told me to come down and check it out, see who was here.
Yeah, I seen some cameras up over on the side of his house, and
He tried to keep mowing it, but it got out of control, and there's
Yeah.
too much debris for him to try to pick up by himself. So.
oh, so you actually own a security company, huh?
Yes.
Overwatch Private Security.
Yep.
Dang. Wouldn't think way out here.
Oh yeah, we have a gun range right down the road, so yeah,
Okay.
we do all the training right here. And try to keep peace when there's not a lot of officers out anymore. So
That's true, especially out in the
we work
rural
with them
areas.
closely, and anytime they need help, we help them out.
Okay.
But I wanted to stop down and make sure nothing was going on illegally down here.
Yeah. Did you ever yell at anyone like, "Hey, get out! Put your hands up! Get ready!"
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's part of the thing where I'm co-trained, so we work like say right with the police department, so we're trained just as much as they are. But
Well, I appreciate you stopping by just to make sure. Need more people like
Appreciate
you
that.
and the
helping the community out here. And
We're
getting the
trying.
lawn taken care of. It needs it.
So that was interesting. The neighbor next door apparently has some cameras and seen that there's some activity over here and called his buddy that owns a security company, showed up with a weapon, and I'm glad there's no one in here that's passed away, and I'm glad the community is looking out for each other. Huge thanks to Overwatch Security to stop by just to check and make sure things going well. Who else will stop by is the question.
go.
Oh, we found a hazard of some sort. There's this wire that comes out of a window way over there, comes down through here, and goes, I think, underground. So I have to be very careful through here. Anyone know what that is?
What do you guys think? Weed whacking the ditch or mowing it? You gotta do both. This will turn out amazing. Wait until you see the end. Got us a pot in a pan. Hey, ay, ay, ay. Hey, ay, ay. Gotta have fun when you're out mowing. I love you guys. Hit that subscribe button. We're not done yet. Should we come back and do the neighbors as well? There's a lot in between them. Should we knock that out? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button and check out this amazing reveal. Much love.